Ever wondered why none of the Arab countries that loudly claim to care about Palestinians are willing to take them in, even temporarily? Egypt, their direct neighbor, won't even let Gazans shelter in the Sinai. Instead, it has tightened border security to keep them out. It's time to name the elephant in the room: Arab hypocrisy and the calculated mistreatment and marginalization of the Palestinians. The truth is uncomfortable but undeniable. The Islamic world never intended to solve the Palestinian issue. They created it to weaponize it against Israel. Arab regimes have never supported the idea of a sovereign, independent Palestine. Instead, they kept Palestinians stateless and disenfranchised by design. So why is that? Because a bitter, unassimilated refugee population was far more useful as a permanent thorn in Israel's side. The worse the Palestinian condition, the more valuable they became as propaganda tools against Israel and as a bottomless justification for siphoning Western taxpayer money through compromised organizations like UNRWA into the pockets of Hamas and the PLO. It is a sadomasochistic system of perverse incentives. But the Palestinians aren't just victims of Arab betrayal. They have made their bet again and again. They launched every major war with Israel since 1948. They rejected every peace offer that didn't involve the dismantling of the Jewish state. And they elected Hamas, a genocidal death cult that glorifies child sacrifice. Thus, their perpetual suffering isn't just imposed, it's also chosen through leadership, ideology, and a collective refusal to abandon the delusion of erasing Israel. For nearly a century, Palestinian leadership has aligned with the wrong side of history, supporting Saddam Hussein, allying with Assad, attempting multiple coups in Jordan, and playing a devastating role in the Lebanese civil war. Every host nation that welcomed them eventually paid the price and learned the hard way that solidarity came with subversion. The roots of this pathology run deep. Long before Hamas, the PLO under Arafat cultivated a quasi-religious cult of blood. The revolution was treated as a sacrament. Children's death were proof of commitment. From the river to the sea was not a metaphor, it was a murderous mandate. In school books, children were taught that Israel is a temporary entity. Jews have no right to exist in the holy Arab land, a claim blatantly refuted by the very mosque they built atop a 3,000-year-old Jewish temple, and that martyrdom is nobler than coexistence. Hamas took this culture and codified it into state ideology. Civilians are used as human shields. Funerals are PR spectacles, and death is a public relations weapon. Their strategy is brutally effective. Provoke Israel into retaliation, engineer civilian casualties, then scream genocide. In this grotesque economy, dead Palestinians are the currency, spent for headlines, sympathy, and foreign aid. The tragedy is not only that Israel is under siege, the deeper tragedy is that an entire generation of Palestinians has been offered up to Moloch, an ancient god of child sacrifice, now rebranded as resistance. They're taught that paradise lies not in building, creating, or reforming, but in dying soaked in Jewish blood. In this ritual cult of annihilation, progress is treason, compromise is sin, and life itself is subordinated to the ecstasy of violent death. In a world where Islamism forbids pluralism, progress, or joy, martyrdom is the only route to dignity. Every one of you who supports this morbid cause is complicit in perpetuating the abuse and suffering. You are not helping Palestinians by championing a fabricated nationalist cause engineered to exploit them. You are helping their jailers, Theocrats, kleptocrats, and terrorists tighten their grip. You're not standing with the oppressed. You are kneeling before Moloch.